Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the show. It's Habari Live, episode 13. First, we're going to introduce our guest, the founder of No Backboards Basketball League. The No Backboard Basketball League is one of the most innovative versions of basketball available today. The league introduces innovations with the hoop, the ball, and the gameplay to create a totally different game. A different game that challenges every aspect of the modern basketball athlete, skills, and its sets. Let's welcome Mark T to the show.
What's up?
You good?
What's happening? What's happening?
Bring the microphone a little too closer to you here.
Like this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's
We
go.
got
ahead.
you.
Oh, that's now I got it.
There we go.
I got this now.
There we go.
Hey, did you write that or did you read that?
I stole it from your site.
Dang,
It's
I wonder
beautifully
who wrote
written.
it.
Beautifully
It
written.
sounds good. Thank you. It sounds good.
Welcome to the show, gentlemen. We appreciate you coming through, man. It's going to be a great day here. We're going to talk about a lot about your league, and I want you guys to break it down to me, Mark. How did you come up with the league?
So, the No Backboard Basketball League technically is the vehicle to make basketball the remix, the modern interpretation of the original game, available to the public.
Right.
And then create a vehicle for new opportunities in a variety of ways.
Wow. I mean, I've met you before in another business venture, and I've always loved everything about your drive on how perfect you want your league and your vision of your league to look, how it's represented, how you want people to see it is very, very important to you, man. How much have you invested? Time, emotion, how much have you invested just getting this started and getting this going? And when exactly did you start?
Now that is a good question right there. In a nutshell, about 1997, 98, I had opportunity to get exposed to the idea of playing basketball without a backboard.
Mm-hmm.
I was serving as an assistant at a summer camp where a gentleman had a facility he built for volleyball, but he put these netball hoops up.
Okay.
And being a former college Division I athlete, basketball player, I just start shooting on them, organized kids and saw the kids play with them. None of them ever asked where the backboard was.
Wow.
That would have been like, they was just playing.
Right.
Some may right.
But the light went off when I started to go and play because I was still active at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I would go play, and I'm a career 50%, 49% D1 basketball player from the floor, right?
Okay.
But 17 foot in.
Okay. Right.
I was shooting the ball at such a high clip from the three that I knew there was something there.
Right.
Because I was fundamentally sound, but the addition of training on this hoop with no backboards is in a smaller hoop, just by simply doing that. Not working on my technique, my form, and nothing. Right. That was there, but that wasn't the focus. I would walk in, and no longer were they like, "Hey, we want you because you're 6'6". It's like, no, we want you because you can shoot the ball.
Right.
And that started the process. So the idea for the game came, and then I actually read Bill Gates' book, The Road Ahead.
Okay.
And then the vision for wanting to do something with the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, I was sitting in a Bible study, and this man prophetically just declared that there are industries inside you, and I grabbed it.
Wow.
I grabbed it, and I started me on a journey. Fast forward, 2002, got a patent issued on a basketball game apparatus and method of play.
Wow.
Did a series of proof of concept events. 2004 through 2007, and then about 2007 to about 2011 was effort into trying to get some type of television programming.
Right.
Was unsuccessful, and so I just took a step back, waiting for what I like to say my Noah season.
Right.
Meaning the original vision from 1997 was a network of facilities that play this sport only. Right. That are all connected through the internet, bypassing cable, bypassing networks, and delivering it directly to the end user. Right. Now, if I told you that in 2000, your eyes would gloss over.
Right.
If I told you that in 2010, your eyes are still glossing over. The ability for anybody to do what we're doing right now,
right,
in this studio, someplace in Phoenix, and anyone in the world can see us if they have the channel. It's something that has probably become available maybe about 5 years ago, but every year after that, it's more and more accessible. So when the pandemic hit, that was my sign to pivot. I left corporate America, left my job, and started ride sharing, got incorporated in July, invested into hoops, invested in some demonstrations to get the idea out there. And now we're doing, I'm doing a traditional capital raise, as well as we launched a crowdfunding campaign on Patreon, which we call the Social Club.
Right. Yeah, that's amazing, man. With this a little bit of time, I really was going to guess you've been doing it as a business way longer than that, just because just how put together everything has been. You have a new season coming up with 2022 in a couple months, right? When is that going to launch? And when can everybody come in and check you guys out?
Great question. So our next step is we're going to do a series of beta test leagues, and we're going to make those games available to them in full form to the members of the Social Club.
Okay.
So for the next 12 to 18 months, most of our games are only going to be available behind gated content to the social members of the Social Club.
Okay.
We want to use our Social Club as a focus group, a marketing focus group, to help us tweak it, refine it, make it polished, make it sing and snap. Because it's all in my head, but I know I don't have all the answers.
Right.
So I think it's important to have a season where it's shared amongst a community of supporters. Like, hey, man, I'm going to support you on this.
Right.
And in exchange for that, great. Help me. Give me your feedback. What do you think about this?
What do you think you can help? Yeah.
So what I envision is on the other side of that 12 to 18 months, we would do a serious public launch where we actually have a facility, our own facility.
Right.
And then at that point, it'd be widely open to the public. But we don't want to be premature and put something out there that, to your point, isn't as polished, put together, and strategically ready for the marketplace. Because once you put it out there and you want people to pay money for it, it needs to be tight. It needs to be ready to go.
When you're building this group, that's what you're building. It's like a subscription, right? People are going to pay to be into this group to help out and everything.
They're going to donate. It's
That's
a crowdfunding platform, but instead of asking for a one-time donation and then you get a T-shirt, I'm saying, hey, can you subscribe to this for 12 to 18 months? And that will provide the revenue stream for us to do a variety of things over the period of time, including getting into the facility, launching an IP channel, a global IP channel, and refining the game. And for those that help us with that process, what I'm excited about is we will develop a social governance utility NFT. Okay. So from my tech background, I understand blockchain conceptually, NFTs, et cetera. So in essence, what that's going to empower us to do, one of the things it's going to empower us to do is take that group that helps us refine the vision and then take it public and grow those 100 facilities.
Right.
Those people will participate in the profits and royalties from all 100 facilities because they helped us launch this in the first place.
Hey, that's a good investment. It's definitely a great investment for someone who wants to help a startup, help a company that's going to do something great, and also in the end, you'll get something in return.
And that's the new business, man. When you see what's emerging out there, we're moving from markets to community economies, right? Where because you watch our content, we're going to take a portion of our advertising revenue and send it back to the fans that watch our content. And the blockchain enables that type of capabilities. We're probably still several years away from that being really able to be executed seamlessly and easy, but that's the vision and it's going to happen. So what we're, like I tell our guys, we've launched a fantastic journey, voyage, if you would, lakeside. And we're inviting people to jump on this ship. And we're going to launch to the metaverse and meet the metaverse as opposed to wait for the metaverse.
Right.
And now we have to serve the metaverse. So I really think this is such a unique time in history with the emergence of of awareness, technology, that if you can come to the market with something really new, really innovative, really exciting,
right,
but yet simple enough that a mass number of people can transition into it, you could really do something special. And that's what
Definitely.
we're looking to do.
And I think you're doing something special, man. I love what you're doing, man. I think it's going to make a difference. My main thing that I think people may really gravitate to is having the option to train in these facilities, and people coming in and able to say, hey, I have a trainer who helped me, and he helped me using this no backboard, and that made me a better shooter. And in return, you know what I'm saying, I went on to D2, D3, whatever it is, but these gentlemen helped me take that next step. And I think a lot of people will be interested in, especially since it takes up your shooting ability, and everybody wants to be Steph Curry. Right.
You're looking at me for,
Right, Jimmy?
Right.
Everybody want to be Steph and shoot it from 40 feet. So
that's interesting. You said that. DJ Muztard, what was your experience? Because I met DJ Muztard responding to some public outreach to guys, hey, come out and check this out. And he's been such a blessing. He's been consistent. He's gotten it originally. But there was a moment where he hadn't shot on the hoops. And then there's a moment where he shot on the hoops and went and played basketball and then came back. Tell us about that experience, DJ.
Yeah, so basically, just like he said, I reached out, I responded to his ad or whatever, and I was very interested because, just the concept, just like everyone else, no backboard, like, weird, interesting. So I went and I checked it out, and another concept that's really important about what we're doing is that the rims are smaller than the normal rim. Normal rim's 18 inches, we're 16 inches. And, it is only 2 inches, and if you're just not really thinking about it, you're like, well, that's not that big of a difference. Well, when you're shooting from 30, 40 feet, when the spin and all of those different aspects, that 2 inches makes a huge difference.
Yeah, man.
And even layups. If you're not focused, the ball's coming out. So with that being said, when I first shot on it, with not knowing Mark and I'm just shooting around, I'm like, I promise you, I'm not this bad at basketball. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm shooting, and I'm just like, all of these shots feel like they should be going in, and I just don't understand why. So I actually played, I think, maybe 2 sessions before Mark was like, just so you know, the rim is smaller. And the light bulb went off. And I was like, this makes so much sense.
Because DJ can shoot the ball pretty well.
Yeah, I firmly believe so. And not to toot my horn or anything, but so and then after a couple of sessions of that, I go back to playing around in doing my normal thing, and I'm just shooting. I'm like, all right, I know I was pretty good before, but this is just ridiculous. Like, I'm shooting shots that I'm just kind of throwing them up. I'm like, let's just see what happens, and they're all going in, and I'm like, wow. So pretty much after 1 or 2 sessions of just focusing on, the fundamentals, shooting, and just understanding that you have to shoot the ball right. You have to, follow your form and practicing on the 16-inch. And then I go back to like your regular gym, where you have the backboard, you have a little more crutches and all that. Just your game is it's way different. After that, that's what got me hooked.
Let's see. I love your story. And that's, like I said, that's exactly what I thought what people would gravitate to.
And that's the consistent story.
Yeah, man. Because people, hey, man, when you can see the difference and shooting in different, that's all. It's all about aim. And when you make the aim harder, then you just open it up. It's like, oh my goodness, it's like this is nothing compared to what I was doing before. Let's show the people the ball that you guys are using, so they can get a good look at it and see how different it is. Make sure you get a good shot of that, Jim. You see this?
Yeah, I see it.
Man, you see the ball, man. It's totally different. Now, why did you want to make the ball different like in this fashion?
So to clarify, I'm not the inventor or manufacturer of this ball.
Okay.
However, the vision always included a ball that wasn't a traditional basketball.
Okay.
So I just love the way things worked out.
Right.
When I started to move, came across this guy
Okay.
John Haynes, CEO of Rain Basketball.
Okay.
Rainbasketball.com. You can Google Rain Basketball.
Okay.
And you can use promotional code UHOOP, UHOOP, to get a discount on the Rain Ball at Rain Basketball.
That's
That's UHOOP to get a discount. Now, the ball was designed for the human hand.
Okay.
So regardless of how you catch the ball, you catch seams. That's what your son said. He's like, I said, what do you notice? He's like you got seams everywhere, right? So it improves ball handling.
Okay.
It improves passing.
Wow.
It can even improve shooting.
And it looks like it's a little smaller, right?
It's not. I think what it is, and that's an interesting observation. I think what it is because it has so many more seams.
Yeah.
You have how you want to. It looks smaller, but it's not. It's still the same size.
Wow, that's crazy. It definitely did look smaller when I saw it. I'm like,
Yeah,
and this one's not pumped up either.
Yeah, when I felt it, like it was a normal ball. Just, you know what I'm saying? It felt better in my hands than, you know what I'm saying, a regular one.
So I have one of my partners out there. Shout out to LT Lawrence Taylor, owner of Seven City Knights, Real Grind Hoops. You need to get him on your show as well.
Okay, I definitely will.
Okay, one of the premier trainers in the Valley. He has a couple of these balls that he's used with one of his teams. And his immediate feedback was he had his guys warm up with the ball, pass, dribble, set, and then they went into their pregame and then practice. And he noticed a clear improvement in ball handling, passing, and even shooting amongst the group.
Wow.
So because we play at a much faster pace, right? We play on a smaller court,
right?
Middle school size 17-second clock, 17-second shot clock. Because of the pace of the game, and we have our rules create fewer stoppages, no timeouts. Okay, so we don't have any timeouts. Out of bounds rule is similar to soccer as opposed to basketball. So it's the ball, not the player.
Okay.
So a guy could be sprinting towards the sideline, chasing the ball down. As long as the ball doesn't bounce completely off the court, it's still in play.
Okay.
So imagine all the turnovers that are now eliminated, and the play continues.
And that you did that just to keep up
the pace,
people going. Just don't want to stop.
It's a modern challenge, right? It's a perfect incorporation of innovative game with what we do when we go to the park.
Right.
Right.
And it's going to make you better breathing techniques, better shape. You're going to be
absolutely.
The stops.
I need to get out
a
there
million times. Yeah, you're going to need. I told you need to.
So,
man.
DJ, I haven't asked you this, but DJ played in our beta event, and he's an active player, so he plays in adult recreational leagues, and he played in our beta event. What did you notice with regards to the pace and the wind you needed playing during the beta event compared to your rec league?
The main difference is the no stoppage of play.
Right.
So our times are smaller than like your average league by far.
Right.
But the difference is with, no out of bounds, you don't get that 1 or 2 seconds of breath.
Right.
No timeouts.
Let's go.
You don't have that, let's stop the momentum,
Right.
let's do our thing. You have to play with what you got going on, and if you can't critically think and keep up at the same time without help or without stopping, you're gonna fail.
Man.
You have to be in shape, and you have to really understand the rules, because one of the main things that kind of slowed us down was we weren't very familiar. So there were stoppages, but that's not normal, and that's not going to be how it is in the future. It's going to be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
It's just getting everybody on the same page with the rules, getting used to thinking the way the game is going, and getting the flow going.
Yeah, but the no stoppage of play is definitely the biggest aspect, because just like you said, I am an active player, but I was even gassed after 1 or 2 games, and we're playing multiple games in one day.
Right.
So, and with I think we only have like 1 sub. So if you're not in shape and you're playing 2 or 3 games, it's only like 7 minutes, but
17,
it's intense.
17-second shot clock. That's intense.
Yeah, you got to keep going.
You got to get a move and you got to get a shot and get it going fast. what with Dan and Tony, he had the 7 seconds of lefts, right?
Yep.
I think he used to play with a 7-second shot clock.
He got that from my coach, Paul Westhead. Stop it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I played for Paul Westhead, Loyola Marymount University.
Oh my goodness, you played Loyola. Wow, man, that's a storied school, man. Storied school.
So, but to DJ's point, to bring some clarity, right? The different formats. So, our rec league is our league format is set up currently 4 teams.
Okay.
They play 12 games, 1 winner. So they play each other in a series of round robin games.
Yeah.
Then we take the results of that. We seed them in a single elimination games. They play that, and then they have a winner.
Wow.
Right. Right now, we're targeting $500. Right.
Man.
So within that, each game is either 7 minutes or 10 minutes. So what he's saying is, though a game is significantly shorter than what you get in the way you pace in the recreational league, because there's no stoppage in the pace of game, as well as the extra stress of no backboard, adjusting your game on the fly, it takes much more out of an athlete.
Definitely.
The benefit we see is all of this together creates the ultimate basketball training platform, because simply by coming out and playing, assuming you have a good foundation, you're going to get better.
Yeah.
You can't help, because you have to play better, demonstrate a higher level of skill doing this than you do traditional basketball. So then when you go back to traditional basketball,
that's going to be easy.
It's a wrap. So when we get our first facility and I get back, I'm not coaching again until I get my first facility.
Okay.
When I get my first facility, I'm going to start coaching club basketball again. And I'm looking forward to that.
Man. Hey, man, nothing but great luck for you guys, man. I think the future is going to be great for No Backboards. I love everything you guys are doing, and I will do everything I can to make sure that people hear about you guys and get the word out. What's going on with you guys' league and the great things that you guys are doing.
I've got something for you guys too. So I don't know if I got anything over there big enough for big board. But if you guys, if you guys can't wear these, definitely sold a seat to somebody. So have a hoodie. DJ Mustard loves the hoodie. Have the hoodie.
Man.
I do. It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
Man.
And then we got a couple of T-shirts for you as well. No Backboard Basketball League T-shirts.
We really appreciate it, bro. That is really dope, man. You guys are awesome. This No Basketball Leagues, and it's No Basketball.
Backboard Basketball League.
No Backboard.
It's a mouthful. It takes a minute.
Go to, and it's Backboard Basketball League.com too.
No backboards.com. No backboard.
Backboards.com.
No backboard. No s.com.
Okay.
See, we're going to clean it up eventually. So we got nobackboard.com. That's the website.
So NBBL is what you probably go through in the future, something like that.
Man, I got so many things back here. You know, I got a couple of alternatives I can flip at any moment. I do.
Yeah.
And then our social media tags are at No Backboards.
Okay.
With an S.
Okay.
So we got that. I'm actually trying to capture both sides of it.
Yeah,
so
man.
That's the
so
way.
nobackboards.com, BS. Check them out. Go to the site. Make sure you hook up with Mark T.
Yes, sir.
He's a great gentleman, and he's really, really destined to see great things with this site. Let's go to a quick commercial, bro.